So welcome everybody to the Business Spotlight series. My name is Steve Kiyama. I'm the owner of Action Coach Western Fairfax. Today, we are going to talk to Brian Washington about his business and his adventure and journey into business ownership and some of the challenges, best practices, and kind of share a peek into what it's really been like for him to build and operate a business. So if this is your first time on our channel, please be sure to like and subscribe to get notifications when we drop a new conversation just like this one. So Brian, welcome. Thank you very much for being with us today. If you
Thank you very much.
If you would, please give us a brief overview of your background and tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, first off, thank you for having me on your program. Okay, my name is Brian Washington. I was born and raised in Alexandria, Virginia, and I have been in business for a good number of years, and practically spurred from wanting to be part of the entertainment industry. And well, let's just say I'm still working on that. Slow and steady, as they say.
Awesome, awesome. In setting the stage for our viewers and listeners and introducing your business, who do you serve and what do you offer for them?
My target audience is generally um, uh, young people
Mhm.
from I'm going to say from early grade up to, depending on the product, I'm going to say up to maybe 85.
Fair?
But the main focus is usually for young children.
Okay.
My main focus is usually with young children in for reading and listening comprehension.
And what do you offer for them?
At the moment, I have a couple of products
Mm-hmm.
um, geared toward young children. I've just recently released a children's album
Mm-hmm.
called "Color Us with Music,"
Mm-hmm.
deluxe story reader.
Good.
Uh, Thank you. It is it's a 12-inch LP
Mm-hmm.
with a read-along coloring book,
Mm-hmm.
which features 8 original musical stories
Ah,
that I wrote and composed.
okay.
The other product is a CD equivalent of the album.
Mm-hmm.
Since it doesn't have a book, it's just a complete uh, continuous version of the stories.
Awesome.
Uh, yeah, it does not have a signal for you to turn the page because there is no page. So so you have so you have either the LP with the that's a book and record, or the CD with the same stories.
Got it. Got it. What makes your business so special?
Without sounding too pompous, I'm going to say me.
Okay.
Uh, uh, I I don't like to say that I am what one would call um, well, actually, I would consider myself a man of many hats.
Mm-hmm.
Not only am I a writer, I'm also a composer
Mm-hmm.
and an illustrator. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
a an illustrator. That is my first love.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And a performer and a voice actor.
Got it. Got it. Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you.
Why do your customers choose you?
Well, that would depend on who you ask.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my name is not is not out there,
Mm-hmm.
as it were. Although what would make that interesting is Brian Washington is one you would consider a common name, like
Mm-hmm.
John Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And there might be some confusion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That example, there is a Brian Washington who is also an artist,
Mm-hmm.
located in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
But his artwork and my artwork are practically night and day.
Mm-hmm.
So the main difference would be my middle initials. So
Yes.
so I would build myself as Brian A.R. Washington.
Mm-hmm.
When you see that name, it's I'd like for it to be synonymous
Mm-hmm.
with uh, quality work,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what you would get from me.
Awesome. What's one thing you wish more people knew about your business?
I wish they knew that my work is out there,
Mm-hmm.
and when they look through the website or from word of mouth, that what they see and what they hear is uh, something that would uh, that would take them that would take them back to that particular period in which the sort of thing uh, was what's the word I'm looking for? Um, that is, it was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of a word for it at this point in time, but uh, I mean, when they hear the stuff, it um not like they it's not like something that they have heard in a long time. I'll put it that way,
Mm-hmm.
and something that is sorely missing from today's society.
Got it.
And it's something that I would like to bring back, mostly for today's on something that I consider to be uh, wholesome and special.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Let's kind of shift gears a little bit and think about it from a marketing perspective. And marketing's vital to the growth of every business and the survival for every business. So what are you currently doing to enhance the knowledge of people that you're there, that you're able to provide them with a good quality product?
Well, that is a still a learning component for
Mm-hmm.
me.
Mm-hmm.
I have been using social media
Mm-hmm.
uh, to uh, to promote my work.
Mm-hmm.
And Facebook is one that I use a lot,
Mm-hmm.
because I belong to several groups um, that's dedicated to um, vinyl records and collecting
Mm-hmm.
records.
Mm-hmm.
And I uh, promote my work as best as possible without having someone post, "Oh my gosh, not this guy again." Uh, you know, that is the danger,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it can happen.
Yeah.
Um, but how else would one get the name out?
Correct.
So so
Correct.
they,
Yeah.
so so there you go. And I try to promote the website that contain the items,
Mm-hmm.
and I try to do it in a fun way,
Mm-hmm.
um, uh, to uh, to get people to take notice and say, "Oh, this looks something fun for my kids, or
Mm-hmm.
for my grandkids, or what
Mm-hmm.
have you."
Mm-hmm.
Um, I did have one. I did have a parent sent me a message. He had asked me if I were to create a product for his autistic son.
Ooh, that's an interesting question.
It is. All I could tell him was that I only have a couple of products at this time, but it is something that we can look into, and it is something that that is important
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because I myself, while I'm not autistic, um, I have had I'm still going through some learning disabilities
Mm-hmm.
when I was a kid. I myself um what is that word? Dyslexic,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a audio comprehension disorder,
Mm-hmm.
and I try very hard to work through all that.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention a bit of a speech impediment um, that could also hamper one that's trying to go into voice work. So
We all have we all have our strengths and we all have our not strengths. And the key to success in life is learning how to use the strengths effectively and work around the not strengths to get where we want to go.
exactly.
Interesting.
So I tried to use some of those non-strengths, if
Mm-hmm.
you will,
Mm-hmm.
and create something positive. For children, but for adults that's going through similar
Mm-hmm.
um, situations as well.
Yeah. Interesting. I would wonder, is there a play if just thinking about the autistic child case, is there a case for some people who have gone through some form of PTSD to, kind of get back to the beginning, if you will, and start over, rethink and get some sense of happiness and peace, so that they can get their feet on the ground.
Exactly, and that's what Brian Washington Enterprises, that's my company, is looking to do.
Awesome. Awesome. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right, so let's take a little bit of a step back and dive into your journey a little bit more.
Sure.
Why did you choose to go into business for yourself going down this path? Why not working as an artist for somebody else?
I have heard some um I've heard some stories um for with other artists
Mm-hmm.
uh, before they went out and did their own materials. Walt Disney being among them. When he started out, he partnered with a Charles Mintz,
Mm-hmm.
and they created this character called Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that was under Universal Pictures
Okay.
or Universal Studios at the time. And and for what I understand, uh, Mintz tried to maintain control of the character,
Mm-hmm.
and so Walt decided to go out and create his own production company,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest, as they say, is history.
Oh, let's see. There was a mouse and then
Well, first there was an Alice,
yeah.
a combination of live action and animation, what they call Alice comedies.
Mm-hmm.
Um, sort of a continuation of Alice in Wonderland,
Yeah, yeah.
if you're not familiar with that. And then there was this mouse.
Mm-hmm. Details, details, details.
Details, exactly, exactly. So my um so that was my personal concern to go into someone else's business and create some of the materials and my fear is that if I were to go out after that and then do materials of my own, then the previous owner would come out and I'm speaking hypothetically, put out a lawsuit saying, "Hey, this stuff that he's doing is like it's like this stuff I have, that's copyright infringement." And I don't want to go. I don't want to put myself through all that.
Okay, got it.
Um, so so basically, I want I wanted to do my own material
Mm-hmm.
and maintain control of all my materials,
Mm-hmm.
at least until I'm no longer a part of the world.
Got it. Yeah, well, yeah.
Then that would be
And
someone
it's
else's
somebody else's
property.
problem.
Exactly.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Let's fast forward and look at the future. Where do you see the business 3 to 5 years from now?
I see myself not only with a series of records and CDs, but also a series of books.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I I have in mind several characters that I've been drawing and developing over past couple of decades,
Mm-hmm.
and finally it'd be time to not only bring them out to the public, but also to get them out of my head.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of cobwebs being swept out from
Mm-hmm.
inside my brain. That's a joke, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, and hope and hopefully, um, I'm not sure where it will lead from there. I'm also looking to go into animation.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? That's what I would like to see.
Will you incorporate, just kind of on the side here, will you incorporate AI into your process?
I am not quite sure well that where that would go. Yes, there is that certain fear that the AI would take over everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um uh I mean, it's one thing if you use it for good, it's
Mm-hmm.
another if it's another if you use it for bad.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much what makes the world go round,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
unfortunately.
just thought I'd
Uh
ask. It's kind of the topic of the day right now.
it is. But I like to use my skills the best way I know how.
Mm-hmm.
And even if it meant uh going through old school methods, quote unquote,
Mm-hmm.
I would say um that would provide I would say as 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 much of a visual or even um it's while it's true that the AI might create something far beyond even the wildest of imagination that one could draw up. Um, I still like to I like to be confident in saying that what I can provide with the regular pen and ink um, and paints or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think that would have a lasting effect
Okay.
to um, uh, society as a whole.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Kind of sticking with the futureness of a business, let's think about building a team. Do you have an intent to help leverage your efforts with the development of a team?
Right now, I have a marketer
Mm-hmm.
um, and a um, consultant.
Mm-hmm.
Um, one and the same.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
However, a team of people that that not only could do art artwork of their own, but also those that could handle the technical stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like the website and whatnot. Um, as well as some idea people that could provide um, uh, materials like toys,
Mm-hmm.
um, or um, or the aforementioned idea of animation,
Mm-hmm.
um, or um, or even branch out to a brand of music.
Mm-hmm.
One of my aspirations was to create a series of of musical adaptations.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm also a I I'm also a film and television buff,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the things I love to watch are musicals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, West Side Story, The Wizard of
Yeah, right.
Oz,
Mm-hmm.
Sound of Music,
Mm-hmm.
and the like, and to put out albums with let's say an abridged version of Les Miserables.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's something to do. But to be able to pull all of that, it does require a group of people uh, um, to bring all that together. And it's something that that I can see myself doing within the next few years. Um, especially when there might be some time in which I might feel overwhelmed and say, guys, I need to take a step back. I need to relax my brain. Here's the itinerary. Do what you can. Yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll see how that goes.
Even Walt Disney employed a handful of illustrators.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was not illustrating after a certain point.
And Jim Henson had a collective group
Also same. Yes.
of puppeteers, or
Yes.
Muppeteers as
Yeah.
I like to call it.
Yeah. Yeah, very good. Very good. So we've covered a lot of ground, and for those who are watching, I really encourage you to save this, come back a few times, watch it again. So there's been some interesting little tidbits we've been digging up here. So as we start to wrap up, I'm going to ask a few rapid fire questions. So these are top of the head kind of answers. Ready?
Oh my gosh, this is going to be an hour, but go ahead. I'm kidding.
Yes, of course. So what do you think is your key to success?
Uh, See, this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, uh, there is a word I'm looking for. Is not coming out my mouth at the moment. My brain is going 1,000 miles a minute, and I had a word. It's not coming out yet. Um, for lack of a better term, um, fortitude.
Good. Fair enough. That's a good one.
Thank
Okay.
you.
If you met a business owner that was just ready, or somebody who was aspiring to be a business owner today, what would be the one piece of advice you would give them?
Learn as much as you can, and don't worry about making mistakes. You make a mistake, um, either try to fix it, or um, or let it go
Mm-hmm.
and see where it takes you.
Mistakes are just data.
And that's why they have pencils.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good. What's one book you're reading now or have read recently that has been helpful?
Well, you're not going to believe this, but the book I just read was Fox on Socks by Dr. Seuss.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
Yeah, please do.
The book is a tongue twister.
Mm-hmm.
And since I am trying to improve with my to make improvements on my
Mm-hmm.
speech
Mm.
and my speech impairment.
Mm-hmm.
So I read the book out loud.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to read as fast as possible without tripping over my tongue,
Got it.
as it were.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Very good. If you had to choose only one area of your business you could immediately improve tomorrow, what would it be?
Marketing.
Mm-hmm. Good one. Good one. What is most inspiring to you today?
Music.
Awesome. Awesome. Last two questions, and they're related.
Okay.
How can others learn more about you and your company, and how can they get in contact?
While it is a fledgling company, um, I like to think that the products speak for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to get to know more about the products, and if you want to get to know about myself, you can go to the website at Brian BRIAN Washington.com, and I would be more than happy to give you more details than you care to ask for.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Awesome. That's been fantastic. This has been a really great conversation. Brian, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your insights. This has always been fun.
I appreciate it, and it's been fun talking with you. Thank you very much um, for including me in this program.
Oh, you're very welcome. Very welcome.